This is your brain. If you're anywhere close to my age, you know that this really bad ad, this is your brain. Oh, I can hear it rattling around. Uh-oh. Anyway, hey, this is an egg. And let me tell you a story. I don't even know if we'll get to cards. We'll get to cards. But let me tell you this story about an egg that looked just like this egg, very similar to this guy. All right. I don't know if I can hold it up. Man, I spent time trying to like think of how to hide it and like, oh, accidentally or like something like that. And I almost cracked it a couple of times. It fell out of my hand. So the strength of this egg is impressive, actually. But that's not what we're talking about. So the last few days, I have felt like, actually, just pretty much this whole week, you might have heard me at the end. I mean, I've recorded videos a few times or restarted a few times. And that's never happened because I get to the end and I feel like there's something else to come. Or I was like, first I was like, there's something else I feel like that's got to come out of me, that's got to be said. And I couldn't figure it out. And I think what's happening is there is something in you that is coming up like an egg, like it's going to be born like an egg, it's going to come out. And if you think about an egg, as far as a food for us, it is about as nutritional as you can get. It's got everything to build a body in it, right? Because it's an egg, it's building a body. Oh, I'm so sorry that I love eating you. I do. Thank you. There's so much about this egg. And so this is what I feel like is in there, in you, like about to come out. I don't know when, I don't know where this is in the development, but I feel like it's getting closer, right? Like, because there's this desire for something to come out. Or not, I don't even know if it's a desire, like something's coming. So I've raised chickens before, and like, backyard chickens, not way out in the country and doing a bunch of it. And the first time I had chickens, I raised them by Google and YouTube, and like chickens are very interesting, or actually any animal. Once you get into their life, you're like, holy cow, like you do all these things and everything has a purpose. And yeah, so whatever's being born in you, once it comes out, it's got a purpose. It'll have its own little growth thing, but it has a purpose. Everything about it has a purpose. Like I remember watching them like get down in the dirt and just wiggle. And I'm like, what is that? Looked it up. It's a dirt bath. They just get the dusty dirt on them and like helps. I don't know. I forgot. So maybe with bugs or something, which I don't know. They eat bugs. Maybe they're like the little bugs they can't see or something. I don't know. But yeah, everything they did had a reason. But the egg thing, speaking of Google and YouTube, is, and this might if you do look, you might temporarily like lose your appetite for eggs. But if you look at like how an egg is developed in their bodies, it's kind of gross looking. It starts off with little, I'm just gonna say it. Are you ready? Mute me if you don't want to hear about it. On your mark, get set, go. It starts off with this tiny ball of like little mucusy, like the yolk, and then there's a cycle, and it's just like every day it gets a little bigger and then develops more, and then eventually gets the shell and out it comes. And man, those guys, there's so many in the hopper happening that they can deliver an egg at the peak of the light of the summer, whatever. They can pretty much go every day. And I can't remember if it's like a 28-day cycle, which would be really, really cool because that's like a moon cycle. Look at that. There's a moon and an egg. Look, you don't know which one's which. Look at that. There's an eggular eclipse. Oh my gosh. You get it all here. You get it all here. So the thing is like this thing starts to form in you. Now we're talking about you, not this egg so much. It starts to form in you small, and builds and builds and builds and becomes ready to make it in the world. You know, it's got this shell that gives protection while it's still developing out there, but it needs to come out. And there's something in you that's coming out, that's developing, and that's coming out. Confirmation burp. And this is what are we? Oh man, we weren't at anything cool on the time. 5:21. I don't know. Maybe that means something to somebody. I was hoping that it would just be like fo. Some more eggs. Okay. If you listen, if you're if you have chickens at your residence or nearby, and no roosters, they just do their own noises, but chickens will they go buck 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 buck, but every once in a while you'll hear a meow. That's one of these coming out. So not super comfortable enough to make them, but then they don't seem too stressed out about it after, you know. I don't know. I have not given them a survey or monitored their behavior. Sometimes they'll kind of run out of the, if they do it somewhere, they'll come out and just run out for a second, and then back to normal chicken. Anyway, this is what's going on. I really, that's what I'm starting to feel. Like that thing that has been wanting to come out of me, like words wise, it's representing what's being built in you that's wanting to come out soon. So where can I put this? I'm gonna put it in a drawer. Remind me at the end. I have an egg in the drawer. So yeah, eggs, by the way, will last fairly well on your countertop. Not have to be refrigerated. They last a lot longer in a refrigerator. The best part, and the reason I almost put this thing in my mouth at the start of the video, and I'm not gonna do it because the egg came out of a chicken's butt, you know, and if you wash the egg, the shell is permeable and you actually drive stuff into the shell. So you don't wanna wash the shell. But the reason I wanted to put it in my mouth was, the last day I was with my buddy, helping finish shear the sheep and talking about loving his little rescue dog that kind of has husky coloring named Shady. Shady now absolutely loves me, and that just melts my heart, you know, and I'm like, hey man, I see you, you know, the whole thing. I was about to leave and I was leaning up against a little stone wall thing and talking to my buddy. My back was kind of tired and just like stretching it. Shady comes up and she has something in her mouth, like you could just tell. And I was like, oh, she's got a ball, she wants to play. And I kind of reach in her mouth and she lets me. And I start to grab the ends because my hands are mostly on the outside of her mouth. And I was like, oh, that's not a ball, that must be a rock. You know, I'm touching it right here. And I pull it out and it's an egg. It's this color egg, this exact color. I hope it comes through. It's a greenish, bluish, mostly blue. I can't even tell now. Yeah. And it's the exact color of one of his chicken's eggs. This is one of his chicken's eggs. But we don't think it was one of his chickens because they are pretty secure right now. They're not being let out a lot right now. And so this might have come from a neighbor chicken. Not the best situation. But so Shady, she is white and she is black. She is light and she is dark. She is a rescue dog who has overcome some of her pains to love me. It is so much, right? Of all these things. And this egg came out of her mouth. Like I've been saying, I feel like there's something left unsaid, or you know, there's more to come, and that's given me this feeling of something coming out of you. And yeah, so this egg comes out of her mouth. She brought me this egg, and I did not pick up. There's so many times that you guys pick up on more that I say than I even know I'm saying, and I absolutely love it because it totally makes sense. once you say it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what that was meant to say. But, and that's why I love this process, because if 10 people watch, they might get like, each of them get like, oh yeah, half of their view is exactly what I thought I was saying, and the other half is what they picked up, each of you pick up on, right? So it is super, super impressive. Speaking of you, by the way, if I seemed brief in my replies and comments yesterday, I was at a middle school track meet and bus, like the journey home. During the meet, I didn't really look, but as we were wrapping up, I started to look, and I was like, hey, got some comments. And on the bus ride home, I kind of like give a little comment back, but I was kind of more engaged with the kids and the team and stuff. And we ate at a place. It was just a whole thing, but it was fun. It was fun. Where are we going with this egg? So yeah, Shady brought it to me. Oh yeah, the comments. So yes, I was brief in the comments. So please don't feel slighted. I still love it. Yeah. Anyway, I've got another busy day today. I have got to go do a little driver's test. So I can transport kids, and then we're gonna transport kids. I've got another long meet today and another meet tomorrow between middle school, JV, and varsity meets. Where? Oh, anyway, back to you. I don't know what this is in you. I don't know where you are in the development, but it's getting close, because I just feel this wanting to come out of you. All right, enough with the egg. I'm sure there's a plenty that I'm missing. Gosh, so good, so good. All right, well, I don't know if I'm gonna pull a lot of cards. I feel like that's really the message. And let's see, you know what? Let's do a 1-card pull, because I think there's like 3 different kinds of eggs in here. And if we get an egg out of this wild animal spirit, so they're part of the mystical bunch in this deck. And I've got the book handy. There goes wolf, there goes panther. Some recent beautiful ones. Okay. If we cut an egg, I'm not messing around. We're gonna cut these cards. I am not a magician. I don't have cord. I'm gonna cut them again. No, I'm gonna cut thin. That's really thin. Okay. You ready? Mouse. Not an egg. Well, what's up with the mouse? What do you want to say? You know what? I bet if they got a hold of eggs and they cracked them, they would just be wild for it. I'm guessing. Rats, I think the rats love the eggs. I don't know about the little mouses. Highly nutritional. Let's read about mouse real quick. See what that has to say with us. Let's see. Where is mouse? Earthworm. Maybe a step up from earth. Mouse. Okay. Let me talk about mouses, because I've lived in trailer houses, and they are basically a resident of any mobile home, or manufactured home. They can chew their way in through whatever little barriers. Lots of quotes today. And when I was young, it was basically us against them, as far as keeping our dishes clean and our silverware drawer without little tiny brown cigars in it and urine, whatever. But I mean, they made a home, they're quick. Is it the quickness? They were adaptable. I mean, they made a home in wherever they could. I mean, we probably disrupted their home, right? Like, there was an open field, a big machinery came in and scooped out a bunch of, oh my gosh, super adaptable, feeds others. I think the hawks and stuff. All right, let's read what the book has to say. So here's what I love about this deck is I have my thoughts about this mouse. You have your thoughts about the mouse, and someone else has thoughts about the mouse. And somewhere in this magic, this woo-woo, this coolness. Hello, I am Trip. This is Real Nature Trip, the channel, and I usually do tarot. I'm doing ish tarot right this minute. I love you. That's the whole point of this. Not the whole point, but it's a big one. I love you, and I want you to feel 100% worthy of love if you're not there yet. I want you to feel deserving. I want you to realize that your heart is pure, and that if all the feelings you have about yourself that aren't so good, they are just the junk that's piled on. All right. Yep. Minus the junk. We cool, baby. We cool. All right, mouse. Are you ready? Detail oriented. All right. All right. Small minded. Okay. See? Nitpicky, nervous. Well, there's probably reasons for that, right? Okay. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to details. It often spends its day fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life. I'm guilty of that. And try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. I've done that. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. That feels like it was very for somebody, not for everybody. But let's do the balance and out of balance. When in balance, organized, resourceful, prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's that feeling of just like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna do over here, just do. And yeah. If that, I'll tell you what, if that helps calm your mind to keep your hands busy, even if you don't know, even if it's not for something, that might be helpful. And maybe that'll lead you to something. But to bring into balance a meaningful project. So maybe you're waiting on that egg, like maybe there is some tension, anxiety, build up that maybe you've known this egg is coming for a while. Yeah. What do you think of that? I'm missing something. I'm definitely missing something. It could be the egg still. Let's see. There's maybe animal spirit got something else to say. I'll ask. Oh my gosh. You know what? I've already asked spirit before we started, but you know what I haven't done? Oh, shake, Sonora. Do. All right, let's shuffle one more time. We'll have a you pick situation. I don't want to look at it myself. I almost went with this right here, but then it was this guy that attracted me. Close to an egg. Almost egg. Almost an egg. Look at that. It's almost an egg. It's snake, but it almost feels like it's wrapping around an egg. Am I forcing it? Am I forcing that? I don't know. Well, there is an egg in here, one of these cosmic eggs that I think has a snake wrapped around it. Well, let's read about snake. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Here's mouse. What? This is like one of the best meals for these guys. I'm glad we pulled this card, but what are we talking about? There's rabbit, there's raccoon, fox. We don't, We don't use the word foxy very much anymore. That's my buddy and I, my sheep buddy, my Dr. Sheep buddy. We just said that. Foxy. Hey, you're looking foxy today. All right, snake. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Whatever this is in you, it's golden. It's coming out. It's protected. You don't have to worry that you're gonna lose it. Whatever it is, whatever's being born in you, gestating. Is that the right word? It almost sounds like digesting, but gestating. Yeah. Wow, digesting, because you eat it, it's gone. Gestating. Weird. Huh. Okay. Sorry. Are you ready? Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. I think this is it. This is what we were waiting to pull. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. I feel like that's the egg that we're talking about. What would life look like if you woke it up? What? Oh, the potential. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. I mean, I feel like it's coming soon. It's coming soon. When in balance, prosperous, creative, charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many things.